Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I am starting the Illustrated Faith Devotional Good Soil for the month of April. And I'm going to work through this devotional in a little bit of a different way. I'm planning to deconstruct it and make it where I can add inserts and notes and things like that into the actual devotional. So I thought I would bring you guys along, show you how I'm going to take it apart and kind of put it back together to work for what I'm hoping to do with it. So I will link everything down below, including the devotional. They also have a digital form of this devotional that you could download and print out, which is another good option if you are wanting to work through it. All right, let's go. All right, so it is easy enough to deconstruct the notebook. I am using one of my Cricut weeding tools actually to just pick out the staples and open up the notebook completely. And then you can see all I'm doing is cutting it in half, making sure all the pages stay in order, which is nice and simple. I wanted to add a little bit of extra detail and reinforcement. So on each page, including the covers, I am wrapping washi tape over the edge of the page that will then be punched through. So this is the washi tape that you could get that coordinated with the kit. It is gorgeous. It is such pretty washi tape. So I was very happy to get to use it a lot. And this is just going to add a little bit of bulk actually to my devotional, which is fine because I'm doing the disc bound system. And it just a little bit of color and a little bit of reinforcement on all of the different pages. So if you haven't been watching my channel very long, this is how I set up faith journals sometimes. So I like to change how I do my faith journaling. There are times that I do it in my Bible. There are times that I do it in an extra notebook of some sort. There are times I do it in the actual devotional. And I do like to change it up so that it doesn't feel stagnant to me, so that it feels fresh and new. I have new eyes to look at things and to read things and to interpret them through art. And I just like changing it up. So every now and then I'll do something like this where I just cut apart the devotional. You can see I'm using my Happy Planner punch to cut the devotional and punch it. And now it is all ready to go. I have chosen some small gray discs. These are mini discs. I think they'll be plenty of big enough once I start adding things into the devotional. These actually came off of a happy notes that I had in my craft room. So I thought the gray went really nicely. And now that I put the two covers on, I will just very carefully put in all the pages. I'm making sure that they stay in order. So you just punch them in and out. It's so easy. That's what I love about the disc bound system. I'll also be able to add additional pages as I work, and they can be all kinds of different sizes and shapes. I just need to use my Happy Planner punch or my We Are Memory Keepers disc punch to add the holes. You can see I'm going to go ahead and cut some white cardstock to the right size. It's basically just a half sheet, punching those, and then I will go ahead and add them into the devotional just to give me an idea of where I can add different creative parts, different journaling. I could just take notes on these pages. I could cut lined paper. I could do art. There's all kinds of possibilities. Along with this release over at Illustrated Faith, there were some gorgeous, gorgeous cards. And I want to include those cards in the front of the devotional, not just in all the goodies, but in the front. And I'm going to use some clear pockets that you can get at the Target dollar spot, usually around back to school time. And I'll also see if I can link some online. I'm going to use those to hold the cards. But right now I'm using Distress Oxide Spray to decorate my first page. I love getting messy, and this is something I don't get to do when I'm journaling in my Bible. I kind of shy away from it in some other places too, just because it's so messy. I can do it in a box in this case, and you can see I'm just adding on lots of different sprays, layering them together. I will come back and dry this, and you'll see when it dries, it has a really, really soft appearance, which is so pretty. Now it's time to do the back. In the back, I'm going to go kind of for a different idea. I'm going to do pink at the top, we'll do blue at the bottom, and purple in the middle, and see how those kind of mix. There's not a lot of control to be had over the spray, and that's some of the fun about it, but it's lots of different colors, lots of fun, and it's going to create really fun background. I believe the sprays are going to be something that I use over and over as I document for this particular devotional, because I think it really picks up some of the colors nicely. I have all kinds of ideas on how to use these gorgeous butterfly stamps, but we're going to keep it simple to start off with. When you have a new stamp, you always want to rub it on your arm first. It knocks off some of the oils that are on the stamp after it's produced, and you'll get a better image. So we're going to just take the butterflies and have them flying up the page, getting a little bit smaller as we go up. I'm using my Lawn Fawn stamp chamois to clean off the butterflies in between. And this is going to be kind of an introduction page. When I start a devotional, I usually like to have a prayer page that kind of sets my intentions for the devotional, and this one is no different. So on this first page, I'm going to use those clear pockets to hold some of the cards that go along with the kit that really bring out the colors of the kit, and I just know I'm going to use the cards a lot, and so I wanted to go ahead and include them in my devotional junk journal kind of thing I got going on. So I'm going to use the clear pockets over this. That's why I love the clear pockets, because once all those cards are done, you'll still be able to see this beautiful image behind it of the butterflies kind of flying free. So have that all set. And now I'm just going to add some white sketch lines. Now, these are going to be really faint. I'm using a Jelly Roll pen. As soon as you use the Jelly Roll over Distress Oxides, it does go ahead and reactivate the oxides. So it kind of washes out the white, but I still think it was cool, the sketchy look over the top, and it's something, again, that I want to include throughout the kit. Okay, so here are the different cards that I'm wanting to have. There's some journaling cards that came as part of the ephemera. We will put all of those in one little clear pocket. You can see, I'm going to shift it over to the side actually, so that you can see a little bit more of the butterflies. So that will go right there. And then I'm going to divide this set in half because it was a lot of cards. I pull off the white backing. Now I can just put this down. These are used for like a classroom setup for names and things like that, but they're great for journaling. And look, I can put one directly in. It's just easier to put the cards in when I have it all here. So directly into the devotional, I'm going to put it on that front page. And now I have all my cards inside ready to go, but I'm going to take them out because I'm going to do a little bit of journaling on the back of this page. That is where I'm going to include my prayer. How beautiful are these Beloved Society girls with the butterfly wings? Like, I can't even. Those will be all over this devotional for me. First of all, Beth Castro, if you didn't know, is the artist behind Beloved Society. And so it's just perfect that her girls would go along with it. I'm going to include a journaling card. I thought I would do this color one, but I'm going to lighten it up and change it out. I'm trying to get those white florals in there too, just to break up all the color in the background. I'm going to switch it out for a different journaling card that says, Lord, make me more like you, because that has a little bit more to do with the prayer that I'm going to have at the top. You can see I'm just playing with how things are going to be arranged. I have people ask me all the time about how to cluster things, and you guys, it just takes practice. You just got to keep going until you get something you like. So I knew the colorful card just was competing too much with the girl, and truthfully the colorful florals that I was trying to include were also competing with her, and I didn't want it. I wanted her to stand out just because she's the first girl that's going to be in the book, and I just wanted her to stand out. And so we're just going to go black and white behind her and add a little bit of string. I'm also going to pick some word fetty that will go on this page. So starting to adhere things down. First will be this black and white floral. We'll get that down. Then we'll do the journaling card. Lord, make me more like you. And then I'm going to pop up this girl on some double-sided tape and then put some string behind her. I love, love, love using double-sided tape. And because I changed this devotional over to a disc bound, it can take the bulk, which is awesome. So this is just double-sided tape from the Dollar Tree. It is fantastic. I think you get like 3 different sizes for $1 or $1.25. Now I think the Dollar Tree has officially gone up on their prices. So just adding some double-sided tape, and then I will loop around some lavender string. That's a great way to add texture to your pieces that you're working on without adding a ton of bulk. So if you're working directly in your Bible, using string is a great way to just add a fun little texture element. So I just loop it around a few fingers, cut it off, have those loops, and then put a little adhesive down. And then behind that will be my Beloved Society girl will be lay over the top of the string, and then it'll just be kind of coming out from behind her. Next up, I'm going to get it set up to do the prayer at the top of this page. And you guys, I'm going old school. We're using some old school Illustrated Faith alphas. These are back when Illustrated Faith was with Bella Boulevard and Dayspring. And I had all the colors, and you have to let me know, do you still have these? Do you still use them? I have them in my stash, and I'm going to keep using them until I don't have them anymore because I think they're adorable, these homespun alphas. So I have that in pink. I'm going to outline it. I tried using a gel pen that did not work, so my Erin Condren pens will work just fine with this kind of felt tip. Works really well on this particular backing. So outlining that there at the top, and then I will do that again at the bottom, and then add lines and journaling, and this will be pretty much done. The prayer that I added for the beginning of this devotional says, "Dear Lord, oh how I pray you will help me to uncover the true me. I strive to be my best self, but too often fall short because I depend not on you but myself. Lord, strip away the bad and cultivate the good. Help me to become more like you." Let me know in the comments below if you are working through this devotional or if you have deconstructed a devotional before and how that has gone for you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. Below, I will link all of the supplies that I ended up using, so be sure to check those out. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. You all are the best. Thank you so much for all of your support. If you want to find out more about Patreon and all of the different perks that you can receive over there, make sure to check out the link in the description box below. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.